Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how I set up my Old Town Predator MX kayak for fishing. I'm not going to really do a review on the kayak itself, but I'll point some things out about it that I like and dislike. So I'll start up here at the front. This right here is the hatch. You can lock it so the lid doesn't open. And I usually have a dry bag I put in. It has a flannel shirt, rain pants, rain jacket, and I think a battery powered lantern, and I think a Ziploc bag of toilet paper too, just in case. And it fits in there pretty good. I can't remember what size this bag is, 20 liter or 25 liter, but it fits in there pretty good. And you could possibly stuff another one in there, maybe a slightly smaller one. I don't really have anything up in the front because I like to keep it open, especially fly casting, because if you fly fish you probably know that that fly line will get caught on anything that's down there. So I like to try to keep it fairly open up in the front. I do have this paddle clip right here. I have it at a little bit of an angle, and what I do with this is I set this net down on it and holds it in place. Having it at an angle keeps the deck open. There's another paddle clip right here that I actually use for the actual paddle. This is a paddle that Ascend makes. It's a 250 centimeter, and I like the built-in ruler on it. It comes in pretty handy. And this is the seat. I like the seat a lot. It's comfortable. And on the side there's little pockets on each side. And there's this pouch here on the back. This here's it's a worm binder. Never end up really using it that much, but I keep pliers, line cutters, and a analog scale. And when I head out, I usually put those items in those side pockets I showed you. And I usually keep a can of sunblock and bug spray. On this back plate I have a rod holder that I like to use, like if I'm trolling a lure behind, if I'm moving from spot to spot. This is a, we call them Downeaster rod holders. And all you do is lift up on it. When you do it, spreads out. So you just put your handle in there. Make sure the reel is in between those, and you just drop it down. So if you have a fish on, you just grab your fishing rod, pops it right out. And I like these because they can actually hold fly rods pretty well too. It's a little bit of a hassle reaching back to grab that. I tried it up on the front, but it was usually my paddle would hit my line or the fishing rod, so I think it's less of a hassle to reach back here and grab it. I mean, if you look, it's not that bad to reach back there. So on the other side I got a Scotty mount over there, and in the back there was some bungee straps here where these little tie down points are. I just took them right out. A couple milk crates I had didn't even like really fit in there just right, so I had to think up my own solution, and I'll show you what that is here in a second. So this is what I use, and it might look a little overkill, but it actually works out pretty well. These actually aren't even milk crates, they're filing crates for hanging files. You get these at Walmart. They're about $5, $6. And on the sides they interlock. They don't like click in place and lock in, but they help you keep them flush. And what I did is I put a piece of wood here, and I put screws in through both the crates into the wood, and I did that on the bottom too. I use longer screws on the bottom because there's more of a gap, and that holds them together. And it also gave me a place to mount these rod holders, which is actually just old 1.5" PVC pipe that I screwed in there. And I cut out little notches for the reel to sit in there. It keeps it from rolling around. So it gives you a lot of space. And I put a strip of wood there on the bottom too, because on the bottom that is a paddle clip right there. So to install it, all you gotta do is that paddle clip will clip right onto that bar. Just like that. And the back of it rests right there, so you don't have to support it with anything else. If you wanted to, you could bungee strap it to the back handle, but I think it works fine the way it is. And another thing that's cool about it, you can just tilt it up like that. The paddle clip kind of acts as a hinge almost, so it gives you a little bit more space underneath. Sometimes I like to bring my waders with me. These wader boots, I don't have the actual waders with me. You know, and have a little hand net too. And that can just get stored right underneath here like that. Sometimes I like to, if I'm fishing a pond that has a little outlet stream, sometimes I'll get out and I'll fish the stream, so I like have my waders and hand net with me. Usually when I fish out of a kayak, I like to just use a soft bag with utility boxes. So I can just take them out individually. I kind of like the old school style fishing boxes where you pop them open, they have the fold out tray, but it's kind of hard to use in a kayak. So that fits in there fine. I could add more boxes in there if I wanted to. Now I thought about just doing the one crate and doing some type of support, like a pipe that went all the way through and just rested on that so it stays elevated. But then it just leaves you with a little spot in the back. So I thought, why not add another crate on? Because a lot of times you carry coolers with you and stuff, or whatever else you may need, and it just gives you a lot of space. You might as well use all the space you can, and it's not like it adds any weight to it or anything. So there it is, all set up for fishing. See, cutting those little notches out of there keeps them just a little bit more secure, so they're not just bouncing around. Usually, sometimes I just carry 2 rods with me. Depends on how long I'm going out. But if I want to have 3, I just usually set one up here in the front. But I could always just add another rod holder on there too if I wanted to. But for now, I'm just going to stick with those 2. So I think I'm going to head out fishing here pretty soon. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope some of these ideas maybe might help you out. And if you happen to have this kayak and you've come up with some creative ways to set it up, let me know in the comments below, and I'll check it out. Thanks for watching. Until next time. And in case you're wondering, this is what I use for sunblock, and that's what I use for bug spray. And also, if you're on the water and your eyes get really dry, you need to moisturize them. If you spray either one of these in your eye, it works great. Your eyes will definitely water and they won't be dry anymore.